Guys, I did want to talk autos some more. In fact, this Qualcomm deal we got this morning, we discussed this a couple months back. They topped a bid from Magna for Veoneer. Veoneer has now accepted it. But It's got an interesting wrinkle to it. There's essentially kind of I want to call it a middleman, but there's a private equity firm moved in here, SSW Partners. Frankly, I wasn't overly aware of, although I know a lot of the people who are founded. It's Antonio Weiss, Josh Steiner. It's well-known names. SSW Partners is going to acquire Veoneer. It's basically they're doing it at the same time that they're then going to take the Arriver business. This is the business Qualcomm wanted, and Qualcomm's going to buy that. So total value of the deal is about $4.5 billion. Qualcomm's providing all the financing. They'll take Arriver, and then what's left of Veoneer, which is a lot of the other stuff they make for Tier 1 auto suppliers, things, Jim, this will be owned by SSW and then probably end up at a strategic owner of the business at some point in the future. It cuts the regulatory time frame here, so they are talking about it being cheaper. But most importantly, it makes Qualcomm a competitor to Intel's Mobileye on advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS. The key here is this Arriver business. It's a software stack that will then go with Qualcomm's chips, and they will sell this to OEMs along the likes of, we're talking about EV. Well, we also talk, of course, about automated driving. And they will sell this to a lot of the OEMs and compete directly against Intel's Mobileye in terms of landing some of those deals. So an important deal potentially for Qualcomm, when they've been pursuing now for some period of time with that overbid that they did succeed in getting Veoneer. With SSW's help here. Very interesting structure.
This is, to go up against Mobileye, Carl, is very interesting because when you look at what Intel, a lot of people feel is doing very right. Acquisition of Mobileye from Israel, and a very exciting product. But there's so many people now who are really basing their model on ADAS and making the model on driverless. I'm still not getting a good feel, though.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, there's been a lot of conflicting chip shortage headlines. Audi calls it a perfect storm, but BMW raises their margin guidance last week. You had GM saying supply is improving on Friday. We look forward to more stable operating environment through the fall. And yet Marvel says shortage could extend beyond 2022.
Yeah, I have Marvel on later this week, and I know that they are in the beyond 2022 camp. Nothing new there. The inflection, I think what's really happened here is Malaysia. The infection rates are decreasing there. The facilities there could be at 100% in a few weeks. Toyota and GM were very impacted by Malaysia. Ford less, but there are still many, many cars and trucks at risk. So it's too early to tell. I know I want to be more optimistic, but we're just not getting there. You need TSMC being strong, Global Foundries being strong. We're not there yet. And so like a Ford is going to be hurt, maybe 100,000, 200, could still, but there's a lot of trucks at risk.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.